on YouTube. Can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? It's a beautiful day. Look at the sun. There's going to be just enough sun for me to get this walk in this late afternoon, early evening here in the beautiful, glorious, amazing San Francisco Bay Area. Yes, I'm back at Bar Island in beautiful Redwood City, California. I'm sure Queen will pop on in here in a second and say, I'm here, you're good. Like a robot, right, Queen? Queen, lots of love. When I get into some shade over here, I'll check it out. And speaking of the devil, there she is. The Queen is here. Am I good, Queen? You're good. Good. All right. BWYA Gaming's in the house. Hello, Eli. And everyone, I hope everyone has a happy Father's Day. Eli, may your father rest in peace, as well as my own in heaven. Well, happy Father's Day to everybody. And yes, my father is resting in peace. He was a great man. I'm sure your father was a great man too. BWYA Gaming raised a good woman, a good daughter. We need more men like our dads, BWYA Gaming, in the modern world to raise our men and women nowadays. I was going to say just women. I was going to single out women, but in this modern world, both men and women have issues, and they're being raised differently. I have to be fair, right? Firm but fair. That's how my father was, BWYA Gaming. I actually feel pretty good today. I was resting most of the day. I was up pretty late last night, and I slept for a good while and got up, was resting, working on some other things. And I feel like I'm full of energy right now. I'm ready to rock and roll this thing. And let me just come on over here. I'm going to wait. There's another lady coming. She's probably going to enter the trail. So I'm going to go on the backside. And I'm going to let a couple people just enter before I go. All right. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'll tell you, look at this. Oh, the lady's coming this way. Let me just move away so she can pass on by. Like, look at this. It's all beautiful. I mean, who wouldn't want to live here if money wasn't an issue? And yes, we do have palm trees in Redwood City. It's not just Florida that has palm trees. To you folks out there on the East Coast in Florida, we do have real palm trees here. We have a great environment. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'll tell you that. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And let me get this over here, and you folks can see. I hope you can see this from this angle right here. I'm just going to give you a few beautiful shots. Before I enter the trail, this is the side angle of the bridge that you walk across to enter the trail. 25 zone ahead, even though people go like 40 or 50 down this thing, huh? Queen, I have to tell you, you are a phenomenal moderator. I mean, so are you, BWYA Gaming, but Queen, you know how to mod this chat. Yeah, the door is open because this lockdown here is still busted. They need to come out and fix it, right? So I guess the door is just staying open. I'll do the courtesy thing and try to close it. Oh, they need to really fix this. It's messed up. It is messed up. Oh well. Yeah, as you walk in, it's just a beautiful view, huh? It's a beautiful view as you walk in. This is what you see on the right and what you see on the left. The water today is in full force. And I got to tell you, it's the perfect day to come out here and take a walk. When I left my car's temperature, outside temperature reader, stayed at 72 degrees with a nice breeze. I mean, this is the perfect day to take a walk on this trail. Beautiful. Whew. We'll get started on this topic in just a few here because I have a lot of interesting things to say. And later tonight, I will be back for an in-studio stream. It'll be a brief one, about an hour long. I saw this Reddit posting today that caught my attention, and it made me want to talk about it. And it involves female nature, obviously. I love female nature in the modern world. Again, I'm all for women's lib, but we liberated women, and man, whoa, man. It's like Girls Gone Wild, right? Do you guys remember those videos back in like the 90s, the 80s and 90s, Girls Gone Wild? You liberate women, and they go wild. With no disrespect. Yeah, the stream I'll be doing from the studio later will be regarding women devaluing men to keep them around. Women devaluing men to keep them around. So the man is very good looking and a good guy, treats her well, right? And maybe because she's just average looking, but he still is attracted to her and likes her, she has to treat him like crap and make him feel like he's ugly and less beautiful than her, so he doesn't leave her for a more attractive woman. That's what women do nowadays. And all I can do is take a nice walk, a walk with purpose, and talk about it. Man, when I saw this article, I'm like, I was only planning on doing a walking stream today, like I'm doing right now. But then I said, you know what? I'm going to do this stream, get my exercise in, hang out with my peeps, right? My peeps, like they call it nowadays, right? In proper English. Not my people, my peeps, right? You're my peeps, right? Then I'll go home, make something to eat real quick, get some dinner, and then do the stream from the studio. And hopefully tonight from the studio, I'm not going to have any issues with the YouTube live streaming server. Last night it was overloaded. Like, it kept on disconnecting my OBS, open broadcast software, every so often. So hopefully it's nice and smooth tonight. And I'm only going to be on for an hour, maybe hour and a half max from the studio. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this guy's Reddit posting. It's not that long. I'm going to do my own commentary on it. And then I'm going to go down below and read the comments. And there's lots of them. But I'll get through maybe the first 10 or 20 comments, and it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting. Now, let me check out the chat real quick. I think you had a silver bullet, Queen, LOL. BWYA Gaming, what do you mean by that silver bullet? Queen says, I know. I never watched them. Sounding like Jabba the Hutt, Eli, LOL. And no, I won't explain what I mean, you know, LOL. Peeps are Easter candies. We've got some people biking on the trail here. Okay. We got 17 in the box. 5 thumbs up. All right. Let's get right to it. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. This is episode number 115, Queen and BWI Gaming. And we're coming to you live from the San Francisco SF Bay Trail in beautiful Redwood City, California, at Bar Island on the other side of the freeway, on the other side of Highway 101. It's a beautiful day. Like I said, this is the perfect weather to take a walk. When I saw it was going to be 78 degrees today after having multiple days of 100 plus degree weather out here, which is rare for us. It's not unusual, but it's rare, okay? It happens, you know, out of the 3 months of summer, I'd say we get 1 to 2 weeks of 100 plus degree weather out here in Redwood City and, you know, on the peninsula here in the Bay Area. As you go further east and further away from the water and the microclimate, you know, you have more days that are 100 plus degree weather. But out here, climate best by government tests, we have the most amazing microclimate, and it's just, man, it's just amazing. It feels good. And today, we're going to be discussing a very important subject, a very interesting subject. You know, you must choose sides in life. You must choose sides in life. Don't play both sides of the fence. One more time. You must choose sides in life. Don't play both sides of the fence. Now, some of you may think that this stream has a specific targeted purpose. And no, it does not. It's a general statement. You know, these people from this drama group that I used to be involved with, they continue to try to suck me back in because they just can't focus on creating their own original, unique content like I do, right? So they keep trying to find ways to weasel themselves back in. And it's rather comical. Because while this other side, once again, allows me to use them as some of the best examples, for example, purposes like they like to make fun of me of, right? Because that's what I say. They're the best examples to use, right? While they have some of the best examples I can share of what not to do and how not to behave, there's more to it than just them. They are just one aspect of the equation of in life. You must choose sides, or you must choose. Don't play both sides of the fence. And I'll have to tell you folks, you know, this is something that I used to struggle with in my younger days. In my younger days, I used to struggle having to choose sides because I was born and raised to love everyone. I was born and raised to not have an ounce of hate within me. But I figured very quickly as I started growing up and going through grammar school, private grammar school. Ooh, that's a big B. I think that was a black B. I let that thing get out of the way. I cleared the lanes. Coach Eli's coming. Man, I gotta say, it's absolutely gorgeous. Queen, BWYA Gaming, you tell me. And I know the iPhone 12 Pro Max is doing a great job with the auto exposure here on the sun. Is this beautiful or what? You tell me. And there's the side path where you can enter this trail. There's another side trail on the other side. I haven't done that in a while. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow or over the next few days. But in life, playing both sides of the fence is going to make your life more difficult and miserable. Like I said a second ago, I was born and raised to love everyone, right? So in life, I've grown up always wanting to befriend everyone, whether you're good, bad, indifferent, you know, whether you're a part of the cool group or a part of the nerdy group. That was my deal back in grammar school. Like, I was a hybrid of both. I've always been sporty and athletic. I've always played sports, but I was also very smart, right? And I'm not saying that other people aren't like me that are a hybrid of both, but in many cases, most kids growing up are going to excel at one side or the other. You're either going to have the good looks and charm, and you're going to be the jock, and you're not going to be, the top student, or you're going to have the brains and you're not as attractive, right? But for me, the way I was raised and with the good genes that my mother and father gave me, I feel that I've had both. I've had the good looks, the charm. I've always been social and outgoing, and I've been intelligent and a good student. It's kind of like out here on YouTube. I'm not only good at the technical side of things, I'm also good at running these shows. I'm a public speaker, and, I have the confidence to, speak with an audience for hours live, should I choose to. Because I was born and raised that way, and that's who I am, I always tried to play both sides of the fence when I was younger. Not even knowing that I was playing both sides of the fence, right? I would make friends with the cool kids, and I would also make friends with the nerdy chicks, right? And the nerdy dudes, right? But what would happen? The jocks would say, hey, you got to choose, man. We don't hang out with those types of people, right? And I'm like, what do you mean those types of people? Well, they're nerdy and they're smart and, they're not like us. They're not cool like us, right? You look back now at age 47 and you're like, man, that was ridiculous for anyone to think that way. But you were forced to choose, right? And I didn't want to choose. Now, I'm sharing this as a lesson to learn because there are people as you get older that are still going to play that grammar school game or that high school game of you have to choose either the cool side, the jock side, or the nerdy side, right? That's just for example purposes, right? Just like out here on YouTube, you have to choose whether you want to be a part of a drama group and sulk yourself and your misery in endless amounts of nonsensical drama, or you could follow real content like mine that's engaging, uplifting, positive, and will teach you something, right? It will educate you on something. You'll learn something new here every day. That'll help you move forward instead of being stuck in endless amounts of nonsensical drama that aren't going to do shit for you. They're going to only allow yourself to sink further and further into a miserable, depressed state, right? It's beautiful. God, what a beautiful day it is. I cannot complain. Cyclists riding the trail. I cannot complain one bit, and I won't. Let me check the chat real quick. Do not underestimate the power of the furry. Okay. You're messing with Queen Bee again. That's funny, Queen. Well, this is nature. When you're out in nature, you're in their world. You have to watch it. I can relate, Eli, for sure, says BWYA Gaming. Riff says, hey, Riff, welcome, bro. But you were forced to choose. Wrong. You chose to choose. Well, you're right, Riff. I'll get to that in a second. I am just an outsider, says Queen. Or you can choose to take the piss out of everybody and find amusement wherever you go. That's true. Riff, let's talk about that, okay? Let's talk about that. So, when I say you were forced to choose, what I meant by that is these people were trying to force you to pick a side. And ultimately, it's up to you as an individual to decide what you want to do, whether you're going to listen to the people trying to force you to do something or do what you feel is right. But here's the thing, Riff, when we're younger, we haven't had enough life experience to really know what's right and what's wrong. We have to learn from our mistakes, right? Now, some kids, pick up on things quicker than others. And I was one that was very book smart. And I've always been very book smart, but I wasn't really life smart while I was going through grammar school and probably most of high school. I didn't really start to become more life smart until my junior and senior years of high school, and more so into my early to mid 20s. So I was easily convinced at times to do certain things. Because like I said, going back to my childhood, my mother and father, but more so my mother, taught me to love everyone unconditionally no matter what. Good, bad, or indifferent. Treat others the way you want to be treated, right? So you're right, Riff. Ultimately, it is your choice as an individual, as a human being, to do what you want to do. But sometimes, people see other people do things a little bit out of the ordinary that get them further ahead. And it makes these other people think that if they do the same thing, they're going to get further ahead too. The truth of the matter is, the things that these other people are doing are creating endless amounts of drama just for attention. They're doing just crazy off-the-wall things that have nothing to do with their purpose, right? Like out here on YouTube, you have people that, instead of creating real content based on their purpose of whatever they're good at doing and sharing that with the world, which is the purpose of YouTube, they've tried that for a few times. They don't get a lot of traction, so they start to, stir up the drama pot, and they start doing stupid things that gets a different type of attention on them and a different type of audience that, once again, like I've always said, is not sustainable long term. So, people like myself that like doing things the right way, okay, We see this, right? And we're working hard trying to move our message and purpose forward. And we're seeing these guys get more traction than us, and it's leading us to believe that we're failing when we actually are not failing. We're actually doing the right thing. We're focused on our purpose, and we're slowly building an audience of people that are going to like who we are, and eventually we're going to surpass them all as long as we stick to our message. Anyone can create drama at any time and get attention. It's one of the quickest ways to get everyone to tune in. But what happens when people tune into drama, right? If you do something really stupid, or you whine and complain, or you cry about something, right? Yes, you're going to get all eyes on you immediately, right? But how long is that going to last? How long is that going to last? And after you do it one time, if you keep doing it over and over again, is it going to get the same attention that it got the first time? Or are people going to figure out that, oh, okay, you're a drama king or a drama queen, right? And you're just looking to get attention, so we're not going to give it to you, right? That's what a lot of people don't realize. It's like playing the same old song over and over again. The same old song gets boring, gets old, right? Growing up, we listen to the radio. Now we listen to Spotify, we listen to Pandora, Amazon Music, Apple Music, right? Whatever you have for a streaming service, right? And these streaming services do a great job of not repeating the same songs, at least for a very long time. Growing up on the radio, a new song would appear, and they'd play it every hour on the hour. Why? Because it's a promotional thing that makes the radio station money. They're being paid to promote certain songs more than others, right? The more money that, they're being paid for a certain song to play, you might hear that song, or you might have heard that song every 40 to 45 minutes on the radio station, right? So in essence, you would, let's say you're driving to the supermarket, you hear this song, you hear Michael Jackson's Thriller, right? Very popular song back in those days. You go in, you do your shopping, 45 minutes later, you pop on out, you're driving home. Next thing you know, it's like, dun, 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 dun. And then Thriller comes back on again. I'm like, I just heard this song as I was pulling in to the supermarket, right? But at least in those days, that was considered effective marketing because the options to market music back then was different, right? There's a lot of truth to the internet having changed every aspect of life, including human behavior and including how people choose to do things. This involves every aspect of life. Whoa. That thing freaked me out coming out. That was a jackrabbit. Look at that. All right. They're all coming out today. They're coming to get me. The internet's changed dating to where people have endless amounts of options. So people continue focusing on their options instead of choosing one person and dating them. I see more so women doing this, but men do it too. Like, we talk to lots of people, but we just can't decide to meet one and start dating one because we always think there's a better option, right? Too many options, right? That's another aspect of this topic here, right? In life, you have to choose. You have to make choices. You can't play both sides of the fence. Like, there's no point to having a double-edged sword. Why would you have a double-edged sword, right? If you have a double-edged sword, and you hold the sword on either side so you can use the other side, you're going to cut yourself because it's a double-edged sword, right? In my younger days, I tried to play both sides of the fence. And not because I was trying to screw anybody over or control anybody. In that case, I just wanted to be friends with everyone because I'm a good guy. I've always been a good guy in my life. But what I've realized as I've gotten older is that you have to choose who you want to associate with. And there are different types of people that behave differently and have different outlooks in life. And it doesn't mean that the people that aren't doing what you are doing, or they aren't the type of people you want to be around, doesn't mean that they're necessarily doing something wrong or illegal or anything. It's just they're different types of people that are focused on different ways to accomplish things. These are the types of people that like to kind of play the system or skate the system or ride the line or even cross the line a little bit at times, right? And the people, for example, on the other side, this drama group I used to be a part of, using them for example, or using them as an example quickly, they are the perfect example of doing many things that either ride the line, skate the line, or even cross the line a little bit, right? These are people that are okay with doing that deep within their head. They're okay with doing whatever it takes, even if it includes riding the line or crossing the line to accomplish their task at hand. I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to ride the line or cross the line. I am the type of person that believes in healthy boundaries. And that's what I teach over here on my Coach Eli, Elias Melas channel, okay, and my coaching business. I teach people to live by way of having healthy boundaries, not only for themselves, but for other people that you associate with. Especially if you're dating someone, whether you're a man or a woman, both a man and a woman should set a healthy boundary in their relationship, or at least they should know what a healthy boundary is. So if either side crosses it, the side that crosses the healthy boundaries will be called out respectfully and maturely by the other side. That's what I teach, and that's what I believe in. What a beautiful day. Later tonight, I'm going to go to the REI garage, and I'm going to look to see if I can find a really good, high-quality fanny pack. That's what I need for these walks. I've been saying it, but I've been putting it off because I've had so many other things to, work on. My new laptop, my new camera, doing a lot of testing on those new products I bought, etc., to the point of where I've been putting off the most simple thing. I want to order a nice high quality fanny pack so that way I could put 2 or 3 water bottles in it and then maybe do some longer walks and give you folks some experiences at some different locations all over Northern California. That's what I plan to do more so as well. I will more than likely be doing some day trips by myself and walking some other trails like these all over Northern California and broadcasting live. But I have to make sure that they're trails like this one here, the SF Bay Trail, that is not too far from civilization, where there's good cell coverage, and that way I can give you, a great quality stream. Give me a second here. Okay, let's see here. What was that? I like Spotify. Read the lyrics to that song. It's my life. Dun, dun, don't you forget. All right. I pretty much read anything irrelevant. Another thing I want to make very, very clear here. And I started talking about this yesterday. As I further, do live streams and stuff like that, well, only on the live streams because that's where you have a live audience. For my moderators and even for consumers of content, I'm going to have a certain amount of tolerance for snarky remarks and, little jabs and stabs that have nothing to do with the topic, right? Now, for my moderators, I will not ban any moderators, but the bottom line is this. Anyone outside of my moderators, if you're not coming here to learn something and be uplifted, if you're just here to troll and make snarky remarks in the chat, you will be banned. And Queen has my blessing to do that. So does any other mod, you, Riff, and BWYA Gaming or anyone else, right? I honestly don't care because that audience is not going to get me anywhere, right? So I'd rather get rid of them because they're disturbing the peace. And again, I don't care if I only have 5 or 10 people here because we're banning the trolls and the snarky remarkers, right? Here's the thing that you folks don't realize. You folks don't realize that just because, what do I have right now? I have, 13 people? I had 14 a second ago. Just because I only have 12 or 13 people here live doesn't mean that my business is failing or that this is not, profitable. It actually is, and you folks don't understand why. I explained it in the past. I'm not going to do it again because it only takes 1 or 2 people to use the services of my sponsor, which is Discover Community Network. Go below in the description and check out the links if you'd like more information. And it's very profitable for both Troy and myself. A lot of people don't realize it, that my business model is different. And having 50 people here where 40 of them are snarky remarkers and trolls that are never going to purchase anything from myself or my sponsor, there's no point in having them here because it scares away the people that are going to be customers and clients, right? That's another thing that I may do a stream on or a pre-recorded video on down the road is, you need to go after your target market. You need to figure out what your target market is and focus on it. My target market is not drama people. My target market is not trolls that are just going to talk smack and never buy any of my products or services or my sponsors' products or services. They aren't the snarky remarkers, which could be trolls as well, right? So getting rid of those people is more beneficial in the long run, financially, and through our sanity for myself and the good people that are here in my chats, than letting it, go the other way where we just let everyone come in, open up the floodgates, and let everyone, good, bad, or indifferent, come in. You want to get somewhere in life, folks, you have to focus. You have to target market. It's called target marketing. Both Troy and I can help you with target marketing and branding as well. There's no one better in the business at it than Troy, and I'm a close second to him. That's why we work well together. And like I said, if you're looking to grow a YouTube channel or grow your social media presence, there's no one that will get you out there better than Troy and care about you more than Troy and Discover Community Network. And there's no one more reasonably priced than Troy. He's not going to charge you 2 arms and 2 legs like anyone else would charge you and then don't give you shit for it. This has been one of the best walks I've taken in a while. I feel really good. Like my pinched nerve is almost completely healed. I've been doing a lot of physical therapy lately. My physical therapists have recommended different stretches, and like it's like 99.9% healed. Like I still feel it just a little bit, but I feel a hell of a lot better. Like today, like I'm feeling better than I felt in the last year and a half since the time it was probably a little over a year ago that I pinched a nerve, that I herniated a disc. So you have to choose a side in life. And it's not that you're not open to loving everyone, right? Because here's the thing. Even people that are currently drama people, right? And let's say you choose the side of wanting to live a positive, uplifting, lifestyle and hang around positive, uplifting people instead of hanging around drama people like the Drama Sphere on YouTube, right? Does that mean that, you will never give people from a drama group a chance down the road? That's not what it means. But it's going to take a big change for someone like me to ever do that. If that's what these people want at some point. I'm just using them for example purposes. I'm not saying that's what they want. But it would take for the epiphany to hit them and to realize, hey, this is really not working anymore. I'm tired of this cringy drama. I'm going to start focusing on being a better person and doing more positive, uplifting stuff. Despite how much this hurts me initially with my donations and my traction, I'm going to rebuild with the right people. And if I stick to it, even though it's going to start off slow and I'm going to have to start over practically, eventually if I stick to it, eventually I'll get there, right? See, if that happens to these types of people and they turn things around, then I would always be open to giving people like that a chance if they turn things around and they can show myself and other people for a reasonable amount of time that they're consistently not going back to drama, right? The last thing you want to do is, give people a chance that were once a part of drama in any fashion, whether it's online or offline. They turn things around, right? They say they turn things around, and for like 2 weeks or a month, they've been out of drama, but next thing you know, you start hanging out with them, and now they're back to the drama, and they're pulling you back into the drama with them, right? And the reason why you stayed away from them in the first place is because you didn't want to be involved in either drama, right? So I think that, the people that are still trying to figure out life, and they're stuck in an endless amount of nonsensical drama online and offline because for whatever reason, they don't love themselves or not feeling good about something, right? I think that those people, for me to ever give people like that a chance in life again, whether it's online or offline, it would take them to show me a year of consistency of not feeding into any drama or being involved in any drama. And that's the thing. Like some people that are involved in drama, they try to suck you back in by leading you to believe that they're away from the drama, right? And just because they're away from it or appear to be away from it for a couple of weeks or a month doesn't mean they are, right? I think that, time And lots of time is the only way to tell how genuine and real and consistent people are regarding any change that they're choosing to make within their lives. Now, let me show you folks from the observation deck, because right now this is like the best lighting to show you this. Like the sun is going down, but I gotta tell you, the view that you see from this observation deck, I say this every time I come on here or come out here and do a live stream or pre-recorded video. You're not really that far away from civilization, but it feels like you're far enough away from it all to where there's peace and quiet. Like the freeway is literally, about a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile west of where I'm at. I'm showing you that on the camera now. And then if you go down, that's about 1.5 to 2 miles. The homes where I entered the trail are over there. You can see it way out there, right? And then over there, I believe you have, that's on the other side there. That's where they process salt over there. There's a salt processing plant. And then over here, you have, on the other side, you have offices like Oracle. Everyone knows about Oracle. They're a major company that, helps power the internet. And there we have the sun. Just, it's beautiful. I mean, I could literally sit out here for quite some time. There's somebody coming. So he's going to wait for me to come on down because I think he wants to come up here. No, he's turning around. So I'm coming down this way. Give me a second, folks, and I will check out the chat. I'm really looking forward to doing the stream tonight from the studio. That's going to be very interesting regarding women that intentionally devalue men to keep them around. That's funny. That's funny. All right, let me see. Can I see the screen here? Yeah, it's pretty good here. Let's see. Eli, I don't attack you. It's the dead people I attack. Queen, when did I ever say you attacked me? You've never once attacked me, Queen. We've had a discussion. We've had disagreements, Queen, but that's normal, right? Like, if everyone agreed with everyone on every topic, political or not, life would be boring, right, Queen? Queen, I have a lot of respect for you. BWYA Gaming says, yeah, we are just chatting amongst ourselves, but listening. I know. Thank you for that, BWYA. Rift Mogul says, unfortunately, wherever you go, you're going to attract the drama people. To truly move on, totally ignore them, you must. I'll talk about that in a second, Rift. BWYA Gaming, I think some who continue drama, it is because their own lives are so boring that they want to be entertained by creating it as an outlet to stop the boredom. It is an outlet. And my ex-girlfriend, Dana, nailed this when she used to be a part of my former channel. And it is because of her saying what she said, which I'll tell you here in a second. It really opened up my eyes. A lot of people out here on YouTube use YouTube more as an outlet than to create real, content using their talent, right? And some of these people that use YouTube as an outlet actually have talent, but because of how they see themselves and how insecure and immature they are, they feel like they're not good enough to put their content out there in a way that people are going to resonate with and respond to and possibly support financially. So what do? They focus on, creating drama, because in essence, that's how they see themselves in real life. Like a lot of these people that create drama out here on YouTube actually have lots of drama in their real life. Their real life is full of drama. You see, anyone that doesn't have any drama in their real life. Oh, sorry. Let me put it to you a different way. Sorry. Anyone that has no drama in their life is not going to come out on YouTube and intentionally create drama, even to try to get some attention. It doesn't make any sense. People that have no drama or minimal drama, because I guess everyone goes through things, right? But people that have very minimal drama, oh, hang on, there's a big plane coming to the airport. Let me know if you can see that. Wow. Can you folks see that? Wow, what a beautiful shot. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Let me see what the chat's saying. I see it, Queen. The dead zone is not worth the time and energy to talk about. Well, I agree with you. I agree with you, Queen. But again, I want to share, even with my mods here and my current audience, that part of being a coach is helping people understand this and sharing with them how to ignore this and deal with this so it doesn't affect them, right? And this is the thing that a lot of people have questioned me on in the past, and I've learned how to handle the people on YouTube that have questioned me on this. Why even talk about it? Because I'm a coach. And I want to teach people how to handle it the right way. There are lots of people that are struggling with, dealing with these types of people. And hey, if I can help save someone from going down the same path I did 4 years ago on YouTube, getting caught up in endless amounts of drama, because I didn't even know what was happening. Like, I had no experience being on YouTube as a real creator. I had no experience on being trolled by trolls on the internet, because although I was using the internet before I came out here on YouTube 4 years ago, stepping back to my former channel, I was using the internet to promote my in-person events. I did everything in person. So if there were ever any issues, which there were some issues with in-person networking, there are going to be issues anywhere, but there were far fewer, right? They were easier to handle. On the internet, on a big shared platform like YouTube, Facebook, and whatever, you're dealing with a global court of public opinion. And you're dealing with people that are going to do stupid things. And these, companies, Google, YouTube, Facebook, etc., there's only so much they can do to try to protect their end users. So instead, they more so focus on trying to teach you how to safeguard yourself and your privacy, right? But if you're going to be a YouTuber and your branding is your name and your bond, right? And you want to show your face and use your name, people can look you up, right? So I didn't know that there were people that would do even 1/5 of the crazy things they ended up doing to me, right? But see, now I learned it, Queen, BWYA Gaming, Riff. I'm an expert at it, right? And so if somebody else comes out on this platform and other people try to run them off in the same ways that they try to do to me, I can speak with them and uplift them and support them And that way they can just move on a lot quicker than I did, because I can share with them exactly what's going on, why it's happening, and how to move on from it and continue creating your greatness. And they'll have my support and probably your support as well, right? I had no support initially when I was doing this, because before I met you folks that are a part of my network now, I was on my own. I had to figure it out on my own. Anyone new that comes out on YouTube is not going to have a network. They're going to throw themselves into the fire, and depending on the people they come across first and how they resonate with each other and each other's messages is going to be, whether it's going to be any drama or not, right? And if you unfortunately come across a group of people initially, like I did, it's just unfortunate. You have to figure out how to work through it and work past it and move on. In my case, it took years. And that's okay, because now I have the experience. Now that's something that I can help other people with, and I have been. I helped Lewis Fuller. They tried to run Lewis Fuller off many times. So many people have tried to run Lewis Fuller off. They even tried to get Lewis Fuller to disown me and, disown our friendship, right? And I reached out to him, shared everything with him privately. And we've been friends ever since. And I have to say that Lewis Fuller is someone that I respect more than most people out here on YouTube. And same with you folks that are mods in my chat right now. But Lewis Fuller is a great example here. He's been through so much. He's been trolled so much. Just like myself. But the difference is, I've been doing this longer than Lewis, and I have more experience at it than Lewis. And when it was happening to him, I was able to reach out to him because he trusts me and share with him what's going on and say, you know what, buddy, I've got your back. Don't let these pathetic, wannabes that just can't work through unresolved issues get to you and try to bring you down, right? Let me see real quick. Wow, that is beautiful. Were you talking about the plane? That's why some are looking for new people to influence in with the new, out with the old, because people have seen them for who they really are. Once they hang out long enough, they learn the truth. Lewis needs mods in his chat. Be careful of the people who recycle their friends. You're right. Well, another thing, BWYA Gaming, Queen and Riff, and anyone else that's here. These people try to force loyalty amongst people out here on YouTube. And there may be some loyalty to some extent with certain people, right? But it doesn't really exist out here. I don't expect loyalty from anyone, including my moderators. But here's the thing. If my moderators are loyal to me, they automatically get loyalty back in return. Well, I'm partially vaccinated. I'll be fully vaccinated. I think this week is my second shot of Pfizer. There are a couple people that just walked by that just put on their masks. I'm tired of wearing a mask. I mean, the only time I wear a mask now is when I go into stores because it's still required. But I have a feeling the mask mandate and all that is going to probably end by the end of 2021, when I assume we're going to hit herd immunity by the end of the year. It's not going to be as quick as Biden wanted it, but we'll hit it. But Give me a second here. But yeah, when it comes to loyalty, people are going to watch who they want to watch when they want to watch them, right? And that doesn't mean that if they don't watch you, they're not your friend. Like you have some people in this drama group, for example, that complain, when there are fewer people on their live streams. Instead of 50 or 60 people like there used to be, there are 20, 25, sometimes 15, right? And what these creators would understand is that just because these people are your friends and they like who you are, doesn't mean they're going to like every piece of content that you put out. A lot of those people are only there when you do certain types of content, primarily drama, and primarily drama on certain people, right? Again, like I mentioned earlier on this stream, you have to know your target market. You have to know who your market is, and you have to cater your content to what your market is there for, right? But here's the thing. If you're true to yourself and you're focused on your purpose from the very beginning, you're going to attract people that like what you do that's based on your purpose. If you go out there and build an audience outside of your purpose, and for example, I hate to say this, but I'll say it again. If you go out there and you build an audience of Coach Eli haters, for example, which is what some creators have done, right? What's the main purpose of those people being a part of your network or your channels? It's to see content made on me, right? So when do you get the most traction? When your target market that you targeted is a bunch of Coach Eli haters, right? So whenever you do something outside of Coach Eli hate content, they're less likely to show up for anything else that you do, right? That's why this is the perfect example when it comes to, in life, you have to choose sides. Don't play both sides of the fence, because as much as you want to try to play both sides of the fence and say, okay, half the time I'm going to do my purpose content, which involves, this and that, right? Whatever your purpose is. The other time I'll do drama, right? It's not going to work in the long run. Why? Because you're mixing an audience. You're going to confuse your audience, and you're going to upset the other audience from the other side of what you're discussing. So if you're, for example, if you have an audience of Coach Eli haters, and you have an audience that likes your actual content, right? Whenever you do content on Coach Eli, the people that are there for that are going to love it, and the people that are there for your actual content are going to be, come on, dude, when are you going to stop talking about drama, right? This is old, right? So then you go back and do content on your purpose, and then the Coach Eli haters are not showing up because they're not there for that, because they don't like your actual content, which is fine. Not everyone's going to like your content. But see, that's the problem right there, right? And it's not just this group of people that struggles with that. This is branding and marketing 101, target marketing. You have to focus on an audience that resonates with you and what you have to offer. That's the bottom line. You can't sit there and mix your audiences and expect everyone to get along and expect to get the same results regardless of what you do. You have to be consistent, right? Does that make sense? You folks tell me. I'm laughing about this. It's comical. I also feel amazing because it's not that hot. It's like 70 degrees right now. I feel so good today. I mean, wow. This is amazing. I'm going to let you folks decide if I should go to the other side when I get to the end of the trail. Would you like to see me go to the other side, the short side, extend this a little bit longer? I'm feeling good enough to do it today. Hey, Adelaide's Advice Addict, how you doing? Happy Papa's Day to any dads in here. Well, I'm not a dad, but happy Father's Day to everyone else. How are you doing, Adelaide? Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here, Adelaide. We could touch base if you want to talk tomorrow. I know I've been missing you folks. My schedule's been kind of crazy. I'm sorry about that. I do want to talk with you and Lewis. I finally was able to talk with BWYA Gaming earlier on in the week, and she's been trying to reach out to me for a while too. It's not that I'm extremely busy or don't have the time, folks. The thing is, I've been setting up my new laptop, my my new camera. I've had a lot of things to test out, and just some other family stuff as well. And I was overwhelmed for a little bit, so I apologize for that. But things are getting back to normal, and if you can't tell, I'm very nice and relaxed today, and I feel just really good. I mean, I feel like $1,000,000. I haven't felt as good as I feel now physically in a little over a year, and a lot of that has to do with my pinched nerve herniated disc almost completely healed. I mean, this feels amazing. That trail looks peaceful, whatever works for you, morning or nighttime. We could do nighttime too. I know that you and Lewis are Central Time out there in Texas, Adelaide, and you're 2 hours ahead, but that's fine. Like, we could always do tomorrow evening as well. So what I will do is when I get up in the morning tomorrow, because I'm not quite sure what time I'm going to go to bed tonight, I'm going to do a stream from the studio probably a few hours after I end this one with an interesting topic that I mentioned before you popped on. We're going to be discussing women intentionally trying to bring a man down or kick a man down or devalue a man, which is what it actually is. Women intentionally devaluing a man to keep them around. It's going to be a very interesting short live stream from the studio. It's probably going to happen at around midnight Eastern, like 9 p.m. Pacific. Maybe a little bit after that, because I started this walking stream a little bit later on in the day. And as far as, I forgot who mentioned that. Lewis needs moderators. No, I agree. The problem that's been happening is that people are cloning accounts. And when people go to moderate channels from the chat, they're moderating a cloned account that looks exactly the same as the actual account. So then somebody keeps hijacking his channel, right? He has to add people from the back end and has to verify those channels. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought I heard somewhere. I haven't looked at this myself. Maybe when I go into the studio tonight, I'll look. But I don't think you can even moderate people from the chat anymore. Let me see. Let me see here. I don't think you can, well, you can remove moderator. Let me see. I'm not quite sure if you can add moderators as a channel owner from the chat anymore. I think YouTube is now requiring all moderators to be added from the back end of YouTube Studio. I'll look into that later tonight when I get in the studio. But that's what's been happening with Lewis. And it's just a shame that, you know, people can easily clone accounts on YouTube. And then what they end up doing is, once they get you to mod them to try to trick you, they change the name of that account to something else, right? Or they can even leave it the same and lead you to believe that the cloned account that you modded is actually the real account, banning a lot of people on your channel. It's all childish and pathetic. Like, you know, anybody that does that kind of stuff has just no life, right? And you see this primarily being done by men. Like women, I'm not saying women wouldn't do this type of stuff nowadays, but this is something more so that men would do, right? Men in their 20s and 30s. I'm just noticing, like, I'm noticing the stupidest things done on YouTube are done by men in their 20s and 30s. I'm not saying that men in their 40s and beyond don't do stupid things, but the most childish, stupidest things that happen out here on YouTube are done by men, young men in their 20s and 30s. It's pretty sad. It just goes to show, you know, how our young men are being raised nowadays. And young women as well. I'm not leaving them out of the equation, but our men need way more help. Our young men in today's society need way more help. They need a lot of help. We've been on for 73 minutes, an hour and 13 minutes. It's been a beautiful, beautiful walk. The sun is actually behind me. So if you look ahead, like, you got to tell me, folks that have been watching me for a while, these pictures today, these images, the video today, the lighting has got to be just beautiful. I think that's an egret flying over there. Wow. Here we go. I don't know if you can see that bird. I'm trying to keep up with it. Lewis gets more views than me. We can change that, Adelaide. Let them trolls hijack my account. It might get me more subs. LOL. My channel is so boring. All right, let's talk about that, Adelaide. I'm glad you're here. Let's talk about that. We can talk more about that too privately, but this is something we can help everyone with, Adelaide. You think your channel is boring, right? That's part of the problem. If you think that your own channel is boring, then that's the energy you're putting out there to the world, right? So then everyone's going to think your channel is boring, whether it's boring or not. I'm not saying your channel's boring. You are. Ma'am, you're saying that your channel's boring. I'm not. I've been on your channel. I've listened to your stuff. It's very relaxing and therapeutic to me. You have the wrong target audience, just like I did, and like everyone else does, right? That's been a part of our group, right? We have to focus on targeting people that are going to resonate with our message, our messages, and our purpose, or our purposes, right? So let me ask you this, Adelaide. If you think that your content is boring or that you're boring, how do you think it's going to come off to other people that want to watch you? See, part of what I do here is teach people something I had to learn the hard way in my younger days as well. How you see yourself is how the rest of the world's going to see you, right? How you see yourself is how the rest of the world's going to see you. If you don't, I'm not saying you don't love yourself, Adelaide, but for example, if you don't love yourself or don't think that your channel's good and don't think that you're not boring, right? How are people gonna respond to that, right? And here's the thing, Adelaide, look, I only have 11 people in here right now, right? I used to get a lot more. But you know why? I used to get a lot more because I didn't realize I was involved in drama for a while. I didn't even realize that, right? I got rid of all the drama and my numbers tanked, right? And I expected that, right? I'm rebuilding right now. We're all rebuilding. You're rebuilding. Many people are rebuilding. If we stick together, we work as a team at times when we can, support each other when we can, and stay positive and keep being consistent, that could change for all of us by the end of the year. Our numbers all could go, or all of our numbers could go up, which is what I'm trying to say. But it's all about how we see ourselves is how the rest of the world's going to see us. It's all about our own personal attitude, right? If you have a good attitude within yourself, no matter what happens, you're going to start to attract other people like that. You're going to start to attract people like that. And I will tell you something, Adelaide, and everyone else. It takes a lot longer to attract the right people than to attract the wrong people. Attracting the wrong people is very easy. All you have to do is feed them the drama or do something stupid, and everyone will be watching. But once whatever was done to get you to that, drama traction through the stupidity that happened, then that audience will be gone. It's not sustainable long term. It's not sustainable long term. If you want to build an audience that's going to be sustainable long term, it's going to take a lot longer. And you just have to be strong and keep moving forward like I do each and every day. No matter what happens, no matter what anyone says or does, right? No matter what. No matter what the trolls say, oh, you suck, your numbers are down, or no matter what your family says or anyone, right? Everyone's going to try to derail you, Adelaide. Every person is going to try to derail you. Just like everyone's tried to derail me. But no, I'm a rock. And unless you put a bullet in my head, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not. It's just the way it goes. That's the way you have to think, Adelaide. You have to go into it deep within having the attitude of, I don't give a shit about what anyone thinks about me, right? I don't. And it's not a mean thing. It's having the attitude that no matter what happens, you're okay with it. And it won't bother you. It won't throw you off your game, right? Now, it's a little bit more difficult for women than for men because women are more emotional beings. They respond to everything emotionally based on how they're feeling in the present moment. I get that, and you're completely a feminine woman, Adelaide. But for me, I'm a man. I'm not going to let any of that BS throw me off my center no matter what happens. Unfortunately, the same rules apply for men and women on YouTube. So if you want to make it out here, you got to be strong. And you are a strong woman. You got to toughen up even more and say, screw it. I don't care what they do. I don't care if they all think I'm boring. I'm still going to do it, right? I'm still going to do it. No matter what, I'm going to show up every day and do it. Because I love what I do. You keep doing that, and eventually the right people will find you. It's not going to happen overnight. It may take a long time. I've been doing this for 4 years, Adelaide. 4 years. I'm still nowhere near where I'd like to be. I'm further ahead than I was, but based on the amount of effort I made, I feel I should have been further ahead by now, but I'm not even letting that get to me. I'm still moving forward each and every day. Joe Shipley, I don't hand out mod wrenches to people I don't know or people that ask. And why do you want to be a mod here, Joe Shipley? Joe Shipley, are you Joe Buddy on a sock account? That is fair, says Joe Shipley. Good evening, everyone, says Joe. Joe, obviously you know who I am. You're somebody from the past, and that's all good. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to go to the other side. I have not eaten, folks, and I'm getting hungry. So I'm not going to push it to do another half a mile. I'm going to do like 3.5 miles today. And I'm going to go home, get some food, make some food, and then do that night stream. Looking forward to that. Keep your head up and stay true, Eli. Well, that's a good way to look at it. That's a great way to look at it, Joe. And regardless of where you come from or who you are, whether I know you or not, or you know me or not, lots of love, man. Lots of love. You know, let's start wrapping up this subject because I'll be off the air in about 10 to 12 minutes. I'm getting towards the end, as you can see. So in life, you must pick a side. You must pick a side. You can't, and you shouldn't, and you don't want to play both sides of the fence. If you play both sides of the fence thinking that you're going to benefit in any way, shape, or form, monetarily or in other ways, you think you're going to benefit playing both sides of the fence, you've got a rude awakening coming, I'll tell you that. Because even if you can balance giving both sides of the fence what they want for a little while, it's going to take a toll on you in the end. It's going to be twice the work, or more than twice the work, of just picking a side, which is your purpose, focusing on that, and building one audience that's going to like who you are and your content, right? Folks, it's impossible to please everyone. Now, having a good attitude and deep within feeling that you really wish everyone could get along because you want to be friends with everyone, nothing wrong with thinking that way. That's actually a very good way to think, right? You're a good person. You don't wish hate or harm upon anyone, right? That was a foot-tall jackrabbit. That was a big-ass jackrabbit. Where are you, buddy? That thing is running. Whew, that was a big jackrabbit. Oh, my God. Oh, there it is. I don't know. I don't think you can see it, but it's hopping across. That was one of the biggest jackrabbits I've seen. That was a big rabbit. Oh my God. What's up, Jack? Sun's starting to go down. This is the perfect time to come out here and take photos. I think I'm going to come out here one of these days with my Sony a6400. It's a 24 megapixel camera, and take some shots. I'm going to start bringing the a6400 when I go hiking and stuff, because I'm going to start taking some incredibly beautiful pictures to show you folks. There's another rabbit right there. That may be the same rabbit. That thing's just like bouncing around everywhere. What are you looking for, buddy? Food? Anyway, it's all good. I want to start showing those pictures. I'm going to start showing those pictures on my streams, and then what I'm probably going to do, you folks tell me what you think. I think I'm going to turn the blog on my website to a regular blog, not a video blog, because I already have my video stuff on YouTube. I'm going to convert my website blog section from a video blog section, which just basically puts out an embedded copy of my YouTube videos out here, to an actual blogging site. Because now that I have this camera, I'll be able to take amazing pictures. And I know people love to see pictures. And on top of video, people love to read stories still as well. But even if I just turn it into like a photo blog on places where I shoot my videos and take my adventures, I mean, what do you folks think about that? You tell me. Look at the sun that's going down. Is that beautiful or what? It's just amazing. I love being out here. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. Give me a second. The rabbit is like that guy coming back again. I am out of here. Mike asks, hey, is that you, Critical Mass? Yes, visuals are very engaging. I am from Baltimore, Maryland. Longtime fan and follower. I have your back, my friend. So, Joe Shipley, you've been, how long have you been following me for? Since my former channel, the days of my former channel? And out of curiosity, Joe Shipley, what is it that you like about my content? I mean, you can be honest. If there are things you don't like, that's cool. Is it the video quality, the audio, sometimes the message, a combination of both? Is it the fact that I can articulate my words and call things out exactly as they are, even when it comes to the drama people? Because I have those people pegged. They're just not worth too much of my attention anymore because they've got no value to bring to my table. There's no value. There's no upside of any value for me to go any further than I have with them. And occasionally use them as an example. I don't go on their panels anymore. I don't watch their stuff. It's just not worth it, right? This is a great angle right here. So if we go right here, you see the sun? Let me know if you folks can see that. Look at this angle right here. This is absolutely amazing. The sun is glistening on the water. It's just so beautiful. I've really enjoyed this walk today. Mike S. Wow, that's beautiful. Adelaide loves it. I am not Critical Mass, but I think he is cool. Oh, okay. Yes, we can see. Very nice. Yeah, I will tell you, my older iPhone, the iPhone 6 Plus, which was the first big iPhone they made like 6 years ago, did a pretty good job with the auto exposure. But the iPhone 12 Pro Max does a phenomenal job with the auto exposure, even on the front camera. The front camera is pretty good on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it does up to 4K 60 on pre-recorded videos. YouTube only allows a max 720p at 30 frames per second, which is not bad for the live stream, but it still also depends on your camera, how clear that 720p video is going to be. If you have a shit camera, it's still not going to work out. So I've got somebody coming here. I'm going to have to cross and let this guy pass because there's no other way around this. Just because of this, still this COVID thing. He's probably vaccinated like myself, but I'm only partially vaccinated. So I still have to be somewhat careful until I'm fully vaccinated. And I believe, like I said earlier in the show, that my second appointment for my second shot of Pfizer is this Thursday, I believe. I have to go check my calendar after the stream. Whew. All right, folks, get your final questions, comments, and concerns in. We're about to go off the air. See here. Prime Day is tomorrow, Eli. Get your Amazon deals. The funny thing is, when they first introduced Prime Day years ago, they had some better deals. Now the deals are kind of crappy. I mean, they're okay, but they used to have some really good deals on Amazon. I mean, look, Amazon's convenient, and you get some of the best pricing on there still. There's no doubt about it. But the super deals that they used to put out there just to get people to join Amazon, it's not necessary because everyone's on Amazon now, right? But yeah, I'll check it out. And I pretty much have already ordered everything I need, from cables and stuff like that for my new laptop and all that, USB, hubs and stuff like that. I've ordered all that stuff. So I'll check and see if there are any good deals on something for me to throw down more money than I already have. But folks, that's going to do it from Bar Island here in beautiful Redwood City, California. I'll be back in a few hours or less from the studio to do that brief stream. It'll only take about an hour and a half, regarding how women devalue men to keep them around. It's going to be interesting, so stick around. And with that being said, I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye. We're out. Peace out.